Well, nice to have you guys here. I welcome you all. Just a bit delay. The system couldn't come on fast. So quickly, let's go into what we have for the day. If you can hear me from that side, please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, if you can hear me, let me know quickly. Let me know if you can hear me. Special time greetings to 7 steps of being a great man, a lecture you wouldn't want to miss for anything. I'm so glad we are here for our first live on YouTube. And my name is John Victor. I want to bring you a special greeting as we go through this program this evening. Issues of life and so many things that everyone need to know. The 7 steps of becoming a great man. It's written and compiled by me, and I'll bring this to give us a very powerful transformation. In the headings here, and we're going to look into 7 things that we need to know if we must be great men, if you must be a great woman, if you must be a great man, if you must be a great personality. 7 things that are important. One of those things is cultivating integrity, and number 2 is pursuing long life learning and develop emotional intelligence, foster strong relationship, embrace responsibility, practice humanity, and serve others. I do not share. So let's quickly go into here. And we have to know that in this article, we are exploring steps of becoming a great man and then focusing on the values and the sections that lead to the meaningful and impactful life. In the insight, it is important to also acknowledge that we must cultivate integrity, pursuing long life learning, and developing emotional intelligence. And then this article is very important because it emphasizes on the need for foster strong relationship with people and embrace responsibility as well as practice humanity and serve others. Now, each steps here is designed to guide you to a journey of continuous growth and self-improvement, helping you to build a legacy of greatness that extends beyond personal success. This is what we are going to look in. So the first step here of becoming a great man, if I must be a great man, if you must be a great man, the first step here is to cultivate integrity. We must cultivate integrity, right? Integrity, somebody once said that is the foundation of every greatness. Anybody who wants to be great in life must cultivate integrity, because this means that you have to be honest and at the same time consistent and true to your value. And even when it is difficult, you must be you. This is what you have to do. That thing you hold that makes you the man of who you are is the integrity. All right. Now, a man of integrity keeps his word. And when you speak, people will value your word that you have spoken. Yeah, that's him, that's you. So your word is very important. If you must cultivate integrity, you must be a man of your word, okay? And you must act ethically. Ethically is very important. You must understand what makes you to be down to earth in things you do. So in the life of becoming a great man, you consider integrity to keep to your word and act ethically, and then earn the trust and respect of others. You don't expect other people to, trust you or to earn the trust of other people when you are not ethical, when you don't have integrity, you don't keep to your word, and you want somebody to believe you. And then you must cultivate integrity regularly. Integrity is not something you will cultivate today and tomorrow you run away from it. So you must cultivate integrity regularly and reflect on your actions, things you do. You should be able to pause and ponder and reflect on those your actions and take decision to ensure that your actions and your word will line you with your principle. And then somebody is going to ask me more about principle now, because we are going to look at the issues of principle. You must learn that your words must align with your principle. That's a very great one, okay, in order to become um, a great man as you journey through. So you must learn how to keep to your word. It's very important. Now, step number 2 here, before we go into the step number 2, most of you, if I was there with you, we would have asked me a few questions about what actually should I even do to cultivate integrity? How do you cultivate integrity? So let's look at how you can actually cultivate integrity. All right. So step number one is that you must practice honesty in all situations. Please pardon me for 1 minute. Let me see if I'm actually coming out clear, in the YouTube. I have to find out. Let me quickly find out. This is a very powerful interactive like session. I'm not supposed to obstruct it, but because it's my first live, so I'm trying to know if I'm coming out by hearing myself over the line. Just give me 1 minute, okay? I want to go through using my mobile set to check my YouTube platform if I'm coming out clear. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Come on, this phone, pick up YouTube. Pick up YouTube fast. Pick up YouTube. Okay, I'm on YouTube now. Let me check myself if I'm coming out very lively. Sorry, I said how to cultivate integrity. Step number one, in for you to cultivate integrity, you must practice honesty. Now, don't forget that the first step we have mentioned in becoming a great man is that you must cultivate integrity. All right, fine. I am here. Let me check myself if I'm actually coming out clear. Let me check myself. I'm seeing myself live. This is my first time coming to YouTube. So pardon me for coming up here. All right. Yes, sir. I'm there. So I'm there very fast. I'm there very fast. Okay. All right. Now I say that you must cultivate integrity. And then for you to be able, and the things you must do or how to cultivate integrity means that you must practice honesty. Be a man of your word. A man of his word is a man of integrity. All right. Now, integrity begins with being truthful in your words and action. Everything you do must speak volume on positivity. And whether in personal or professional settings, in all way, always break the truth even when it is difficult. Speak the truth. You must speak the truth. It's needed to become a man or woman of integrity. Everything we are doing here, the man here is synonymous to both genders, male or female. So I'm not just talking to a particular set of people because I caption it steps of becoming a great man. No, it's steps of becoming a great man, great woman, great personality, great individual, great you, great me, great us, and great everything that we want to have, even a great society, great economy, and great world at large. Now, step two, sorry, B, and how to cultivate integrity. Keep your promises and commitments. Did you tell somebody you have a business deal? Keep to it. Did you tell somebody you have interactions? Keep to it. Did you tell anybody about marriage or relationship? Keep to it. Okay. Follow through on the commitments you've made, whether they are big or small. If you have promised somebody something, make sure you deliver it. This demonstrates reliability and shows others that they could depend on you. And then step number C in how to cultivate integrity. Align your actions with your values. Most problem is that some of us don't even have value, but I believe you should learn how to create your core value. And your core values are those things that you are known for. Okay. So regularly evaluate your decisions and behavior to ensure they align with your principle. We, as a man or a woman of value and honor, you must have principle. There are boundaries of things you can do and things you cannot do. Now, D, on how to cultivate integrity, you must take with some part of Africa where I've been, when we commit a lot of things like in relationship. So we don't just want to get ourselves fully committed, but when issues happen, you see that a young man is running away, try to find defensive mechanisms. So if you must be successful, okay, to create a very powerful step to cultivate integrity, you must take responsibility of your action. Now, when mistakes are made, own up to them rather than shifting the blames. Okay, acknowledge your errors and take steps to correct them, whatever it is. That's what it means that makes you man of integrity or woman of integrity, but also show others that you are accountable and trustworthy. When you own to responsibility, other people will believe that even this thing happens. No, it's him, it's not him, it's him. He speaks, his word stands it. If it is him, he will take responsibility. Now, another thing you also got to know in the step one, on how to cultivate integrity is that you should as well treat others with respect and fairness. Sometimes, because of our life positions and how far we've gone in life and things we have achieved, we try as much to intimidate people or bamboozle them by virtue of our heights, of our knowledge, of our worth. Now, if you must be a personality of integrity, you must treat others with respect and fairness. Now, being fair and respectful in your interaction builds foundation of mutual trust and demonstrate moral integrity. People believe you, people trust you. You know, when you respect them, they also talk about that respect is a reciprocal, which means that it's an inverse proportion. That means what you get, or directly proportional. What you give is what you get. It's directly proportional. When you give love, you get love. When you give peace, you give peace. When you give trust, you get trust. All right. Like those days, you will see why CYG. What you see is what you get. Meaning, what you give is what you get. That is it about how to cultivate integrity on the fourth step of becoming a great man or a great woman. Now, let's look at step 2 of becoming a great man or a great woman. Pursue long life learning. You know, some of us just believe that we can rest on our oars because we got a master's degree 20 years ago, and we can always talk about our master's degree 20 years ago. No, life changes too fast. The technology is rapidly changing everything within. So the process of continuous learning is what we must imbibe with. We must learn how to grow. If you must be a man of integrity, all right, you must grow. If you must be successful in life, you must grow. If you want to achieve success, you must grow. Growth is not only on the physical, growth is also on the emotional, on the intellectual, the cognitive mind must be developed each time, each year, each week. I've once heard that if we should read books that come out within a year on technology, it might take you about 3,000 years to finish reading them. I mean, that's huge. But you have to try as much as you can to develop. So a great man never stops learning. Whether through formal education, reading, or lifetime experiences, continual growth is the key. The key here is the growth. There must be growth, not you, but about your mind and capacity. Help you to learn more, to know more. All right, seek and challenge yourself to expand your understanding of the world. The world is too large. Don't be hypnotized by the world that is a small world. If it's a small world, try and trek it. Let's see how long it will take you to trek around the world. If it is a small world, try and use the boat and fly around the oceans of the world. Let's see how long it's going to take you. It's a large world indeed, but we try to compress it into a global village, making us to believe that we will love each other because we want to understand cultures of people from different backgrounds. That's part of learning. But in reality, the world is large. So this mindset will not only enrich your life, but also empower you to make formal and informed decision and contribute something meaningful to the society. So to pursue long-term life development is what makes you, one of the things that makes you a man of greatness. So you must pursue long-time goal of learning, acquiring both formal and informal education. Now, I want to speak more on this by saying that empowering your mind involves developing mental strength, clarity, and resilience. And as well, here there are 4 more things that you need to understand that will help you to empower your mind. So let me look at those 4 more things that will help you to empower your mind. So techniques to empower your mind. I don't know if I have anybody on YouTube viewing me. If you're there on YouTube, let me see you. I don't want to interrupt this meeting. I just want to quickly go. So be dropping your message. So Chinas, I'm seeing you. Good evening, my dear. So let others know that we are here. This is YouTube. So I cannot navigate in between. Thanks for having you here. A very special moment, being here. So please let others know that we are here. Quickly. Let them know. Tag me and then share. I'm going to do that. So let's go to the techniques to empower your mind. See, you stop dying the day your mind is no longer being fed. So you must learn how to empower your mind. And what are the things that actually you need to empower your mind? One of the things is that you need meditation. David say, for the Bible student, let you all right, the meditations of my heart be pleased, acceptable in your sight. Forgive me, my mind is trying to do a lot. Okay, so he understood, the ancient people understood the power of meditation. If you can wake great knowledgeable men like Aristotle, Socrates, and all philosophers of the old, they will tell you the power of meditation. But we can just grab as little as we can within the frame to empower our mind. So mindful meditation is important. If we must empower our mind, because this practice can help reduce stress, all right, improve concentration, and increase self-awareness. Now, by regularly engaging in mindful meditation, you can develop a greater sense of control over your thought and emotion, leading to more empowered and focused mind. Now, somebody is going to ask, how can I do this? One of the ways to do this is that you start with few minutes in a day to meditate. I don't know whether you call it yoga. I don't know what you call it, but I'm talking about meditation. You can sit on your chair. You can sit in your closet, anywhere. Okay, you can eat the sun, remove your shoe, and focus. That is something you want to picture in your mind. That's meditation. So you can start a day now, certain quiet time and focusing on your breath. Sometimes you can say, okay, I want to meditate for 10 minutes. Let me lock up myself. Now you count up to 10, meditating, and gradually increase the number of time. The more you do it, maybe today 10 minutes, tomorrow 20 minutes, before you know, you are signing 1 hour. It's just like praying. Can start with 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Before you know it, you're up to 10 minutes. Now, another way to empower your mind is through positive affirmations. All right. Positive affirmations are statements that you repeat to yourself over time. That's what positive affirmations are. For example, you say, I can make it. I believe I can make it. Kelly once say, I believe I can fly. And if you should allow him, probably he must have flied by now, all right? Or he must have flew by now using either parachute or any way possible. He believed he can fly without wings. And today, people almost flying without wings. There was no drone when he sang that song. And today, there are drones everywhere. You can imagine somebody being flying with drone. So begin to make positive affirmation. I believe I will succeed. I believe I will live. I believe I will make impact. I believe I'll be the president. I believe this is what I believe. Okay. Now you can reprogram your mind and focus your strength on potential things rather than seeking limitations of life. Now, this help build self-confidence. As you begin to do, self-confidence is coming, which will empower and tackle every challenge and create positive mind for you. There is also another way you can empower the mind. Another one is by continuous learning. I've spoken a bit about learning. Learning has no stop. There's no age to learning. Abraham Lincoln said, the day you start reading, you start dying. So learning is a continuous process. Like engaging a lifelong learning keeps your mind active, sharp, and adaptable. So by regularly challenging yourself to acquire new knowledge and skills, you say you strengthen your cognitive abilities and open yourself to new perspective and ideas. So it's very important that we always learn. And finally, he said, the continuous growth empowers your mind to handle complex situations and with confidence and creativity. Sorry, but this is the truth. So whether I'm 15 or 50, 16 or 60, 17 or 70, 18 or 80, I keep learning. It's just part of me. And I've come to see that most professors at their 80, 90, they are still active. And there are syndrome that parents will always transfer to their children when they are committed to reading. Watch the children of professors. Keenly, kindly, powerfully intelligent, because it's dedication that passes through generation and they transcend it through biological chemicals. Now, another thing you can also do to empower your mind is mental visualization. Now, mental visualization is the power of technique where you mentally rehearse, achieving your goals. I have always looked at myself driving the 2024 Honda Accord. I don't even have it anyway, but I just look at that. I love it. Each time I see it, it comes in the picture of my mind, in the frame of my mind. I just see that car, that 2024 or 2018. Very nice, interesting. I don't see another one. I don't see any other product. That's all that I see. You can also see yourself building the aircraft, discovering new things on Earth. You can also see yourself building um, anything you can develop. So don't see limitation, see increase and positivity. All right, if you must be a great person. So mental visualization is one of the techniques to empower your mind. Do you know why? Your belief in your ability, once you believe in yourself, you mentally prepare yourself for lifelong situation. Why? Because visualization can boost your confidence, reduce anxiety, and enhance your performance in various aspects of your life. So you need to picture yourself doing great things. So I mentioned 4 things on the techniques to empower your mind. That's it about step 2. Let's go to step 3. But quickly, let me check how many people that I have here that are actively active. Great, great. Please let me see. I hope I'm coming out. Chinasa, I hope I'm coming out very clear. I hope I'm coming out very clear. Let me see what you posted on Facebook. I don't want to interrupt this video so that anybody who wants to come will quickly come and we move into what we have. And we are not taking much time. We believe that everybody can see us. Everybody can see us. Let me just share this. I didn't want to do this, but I don't want to see because the global community will be seeing this video. So it doesn't need to be interrupted. All right, now step number 3 is emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is that this is your ability to understand and manage your emotions. Great mind manage your emotion. If you must be a great individual, great man or great woman, learn to manage your emotions. Sometimes what is in your heart is different from what is in your mind. But you get to a level when you have to have a synchronization between your heart and your mind to make a decision of what you want. Sometimes you can feel good in the heart, but your mind, but your heart is bitter. So synchronizing the two can make you to make an excellent choice to manage yourself about how you feel. Now look at this. Ability to understand and manage your emotion as well as emphasize with others. Okay, empathize with others. There are feelings. So sometimes, one of the best way to manage your emotion is if you don't have feelings, if nothing has happened to you, put yourself in other people's shoe. Know what they feel and how they feel. If something happened to them, they lose valuable your loved ones or something. Go there, put yourself in their shoe and feel what they are feeling and understand that, okay, at the time, watch their face as, okay, know when to stop and when to proceed. You know why? This involves self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skill. Now, by developing social, emotional intelligence, you become more resilient, better at handling relationship, and capable of leading with compassion and understanding. So anybody who manages his emotion becomes a leader because leadership will require a very high emotional intelligence. Now, don't confuse emotional intelligence with intelligent quotients. I'm talking about emotional quotients. All right, your EQ, emotional intelligence. Just understand your emotion, not your intellectual capacity here. All right, so that you don't confuse the IQ with the EQ. That's why I'm trying to handle that here. Now, by developing the EQ, you become more resilient, better at handling relationship, becoming a very great leader in the society. Things will happen, they push it to you, you know how to bounce it back. Now, handling emotional intelligence requires effectively involving understanding and managing your own emotion as well as that of others. So if you can manage yourself, believe me, you can manage yourself because you cannot offer what you don't have. So learn how to manage yourself and as well how to manage others. And I have listed out 6 ways because I'm going to stop this lecture on the 6th way and continue, so that we don't waste much time on a particular term. Now, I have 6 ways to handle emotional intelligence. 6 ways. One of the ways is practice self-awareness. What does that mean? Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It involves recognizing your emotions as they rise and understanding how they affect your thought and behavior. If you can speak to yourself, you can know when you're going contrary. So, with the ability to manage emotional intelligence, you can speak to yourself. I stop here, I go here, I move. This is the end, or I should continue. Now, how can you do that? How to practice that is by regularly check in with yourself throughout the day. At a time, you need to synchronize. I can talk about synchronization. Stop and ask yourself, how have you been going? What have you done today? Stop and just take a little reflection about yourself and your behavior all through today. How many people have you offended? And how many people have you injured? And how many people have you got wrong? Okay? Now, pay attention to your emotions, responses in different situations, and reflect on what caused them. Then take your journal and make a track that will help you to manage your emotion. Then, number two way on how to handle emotional intelligence is to develop self-reflection. Self-reflection. Why? Now, self-reflection involves managing your emotions in healthy ways, particularly in challenging situations. It's about staying in control and thinking before acting. Thinking before acting. That's what emotional developing self-regulation mean. Some people do act before they think, but you need to think before you act. So emotional intelligence will tell you that you need to develop self-regulation. This thing I want to do now. There's always this popular track we play on social media in Nigeria. I had this thing where you want to do now. Your mama knows so you did do it. Meaning this thing that you want to do, are your guardians aware that you are doing it? This job you're doing, is your guardian aware, or are your guardian aware? Perhaps it may look good to you, but somebody got to check. But at this point, you are the one checking yourself. All right, that's called self-regulation. You know why? This skill will help you to respond to situation rationally rather than impulsively. Who touched me? Why did you touch me? Two different things. How will you do this? And use techniques like deep breath. Sometimes something will happen. They will say, "Oh boy, Melo, chillo, take a breath, okay? Deep, breathe in, come on, calm down." Whichever way you use in your country, in English language, all right? Just take it easy. And so you need to take a deep breath, okay? Counting to 10. Let me say, this guy offended me now. I'm side. I want to beat this guy, but let me say, I lock my breath and count up to 10 and see. By the time I will drop that breath to 10, the anger might subsidize. All right. It might just go down a bit. Why? Now, by taking a brief walk and also count yourself when you feel overwhelmed, also help. I've told people that if you're in an environment where things are not working as planned, learn to walk away. Just walk around and come back later. Then practice delaying. All right. You practice delaying your responses in emotional situation to give yourself time to think clearly. Don't rush. By the time you rush, you realize that you've made a mistake. Just take a little time. Within 1 minute to 5 minutes, you might have a different thought over the action that you wanted to take initially. And then another way to handle emotional intelligence is to cultivate empathy. I think I talked about empathy earlier. All right. People have feelings, things happen to people. Try and see if you can feel that same thing that people are feeling. Go through what they are going through and then see how they will come out from it. So that before you even have the experience, you have already got an idea from what has happened to somebody. Or before it happens to you, you must already have an experience from other things that you feel through people. So be empathic, feel the same thing with other people. Put yourself in their shoe. Cultivate empathy. All right. And how are you going to cultivate empathy? Listen actively to others when they are saying something. Pay attention to them, words that are coming out from them, their body language, and their emotions. Now try to understand their perspective without judgment and then respond to them and acknowledge their feeling. This will help you. And then another way, which is the fourth way to handle emotional intelligence, is improve your social skill. I've spoken oftentimes on social relationship. All right, improve your social skill. Now, social skills are key component of emotional intelligence, enabling you to interact well with others. You know why? It will build relationship and manage conflict. Effective communication and collaboration, and then the ability to inspire and influence others are part of um, social skill. They are part of it. Do you know how to talk to people when they come to you? Do you know how to interact with people when they come to you? Can you guide? Can you speak to them with love? Can they understand you? And then how are you going to improve social skill? One of the ways to improve social skill is to focus on clear and empathic communication. Try this thing that happened. There was a time Haiti, there was a bomb. Was it earthquake in Haiti, right? But yeah, I think it was earthquake in Haiti, and then later there was tsunami in another part of the world, and then lava. Okay, lava. This is have happened around the world. Now, feel for those people. Just have a clear focus and feel for those people that were in those communities, how they felt. Now, practice active listening. If you happen to watch any of their videos, try to listen to what they are saying. If they are there with you, listen to them. Now, ask an open-ended question, deep thought questions, and be mindful of your body language. These are one of the skills that you are going to practice in order to, handle your emotional intelligence. Now, step number E to handling your emotional intelligence is enhance your emotional resilience. What's emotional resilience here? Emotional resilience is the ability to bounce back. So falling is not actually falling. In fact, the true definition of success is your ability to fall and rise. So because you fall doesn't keep you down. Because you fall is that you've learned a way to succeed. So having a way to be able to bounce back from setbacks and maintain emotional stability in the face of diversity. So emotional resilience involves staying positive, managing stress, and maintaining a sense of perspective during difficult times. How are you going to do that? One is that you must develop healthy coping strategy. All right, healthy coping strategy. You cope and adapt to any situation. For those of you that are in Africa, look at the way the currency, especially in Nigeria, is going down. And then things you need to buy like $1 in the local currency today is about $10 or $20, and you're not even making the money. So money that would have lasted for you for 1 year, you are using it in 1 month. That's what it means. And people are gnashing their teeth each day to succeed. But in order to handle your emotional intelligence, you must be able to learn how to cope with situation. Learn how to cope with situation. It's very important for you to succeed. Okay, it's very important. You must cope with situations and develop strategies that will help you to overcome. And then another thing that you also need to know, which is a technique or one of the best ways to handle emotional intelligence, is that you must build motivation. Speak to yourself. Tell yourself what is that thing that motivates you, what you are looking up to be able to succeed and stay alive and afloat in life. No, build motivation. Now, motivation in this context of emotional intelligence is the drive to pursue goals with energy and persistence. Okay? It's about being passionate about what you do and what you want, maintaining positive attitude, even in the face of challenges. Now, how will you be able to build motivation? Set clear goals, achievable goals, smart goals, then align them with your value and passion. Now, celebrate small victory. You don't have to wait for the $1 million to drop. Every penny and every selling dollar that drop is part of the process of success. Put your hands in your pocket and beat your hand on your chest. Tell yourself, I made it. I'm succeeding. So you have to appreciate one step at a time. Okay, that's what it means to celebrate small victories, and then that will help you to maintain your motivation. Stay focused on bigger pictures. and remind yourself of your purpose and face, even when you're faced with obstacle. Step number 4, and I will stop at step number 4, to come back by this time Sunday to finish up with the remaining. Because we started by 4. I was supposed to be here at 4 dot in Nigerian time, but I was 5 minutes behind the time. It's a live show, but people are going to watch it. Step number 4, foster strong relationship. If you must be a great man, a great woman, you must foster strong relationship. Now, strong men recognize the importance of relationship and invest time and effort into building and maintaining them. Now, surround yourself with positive influencers. This is one of the best keys. If there is anyone most important in succeeding as a great personality, it's surrounding yourself with positive influencers, positive mentors, and positive friends will inspire you to do better in life. Stop hanging around nagging people, destructive people, people that disvalue you and weigh you down with their own challenges of life. Hang on with people that will stretch you, either by criticism or bringing out the best in you. In doing so, watch where you are going. So be present, listen attentively, and show appreciation for those who support and uplift you. Strong relationships are a source of strength, wisdom, and joy. So you must be able to foster not just relationship, but a strong relationship. That's step number 4. Now, let's see 2 ways to foster strong relationship. One of the ways is by active listening. Listen to your partner, listen to your mentor, listen to your friend. Active listening involves full concentration, understanding and responding to one another during a conversation. Okay, by giving your own divided attention, asking thoughtful questions, and showing empathy. Like I've lamented on empathy, you demonstrate that you value other people, and that will help you. This build trust and strengthens the connection between you and the person you're talking to. You know, in modern society, we have telephone. So you talk to somebody, the person is pressing the phone and say, I'm listening to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to you. But in actually, that's a divided attention because you are not multitasking. You got human mind. So all your mind should be paying attention to the discussion. So be an active listener. Okay? Stop dividing attention when you're communicating with people. Like in your offices, your boss is talking to you and your phone call is coming, you are answering. Watch, he might not talk to you again or she might not talk to you again. So this is the principle of life. So how can you do, what can you do to be able to be an active listener? Put away distraction, maintain eye contact when you're, as I'm talking to you, my eyes are on this camera, okay? And acknowledge what the other person is saying. Now reflect on the words and respond thoughtfully to show that you are genuinely engaged. Not after I've talked, you say, pardon, what did you say? I repeat. Let me hear you again. Sorry, I lost. So no, you always get lost. So pay attention. And then the number 2 ways of fostering strong relationship under strong relationship, in step 4, is that you must be a consistent communicator. So consistent communication is required. This is a regular and open communication. It's very vital for maintaining strong relationship. Okay, it involves sharing your thoughts, feelings, and concerns honestly and respectfully. Consistent communication will help you to prevent misunderstanding and keep the relationship dynamic and healthy. So find a way to be consistent in your communication. Communicate value, trust. Communicate what will enhance the efficiency of others. Let their cognitive always develop. Each time you speak to them, they want to hear you. I believe that as I'm talking to you, I'm communicating values, I'm communicating respect, I'm communicating what to rather help you. And then another way that's what you can do to practice consistent communication is that you make time for regular check-ins, with the people who matter to you. Visit them once in a while. But I've always told you that you don't visit people regular, off every time, but This one should be often, all right, regular, but not every regular here is not every day. That you come to my house this morning, you come again in the evening, you come again in the afternoon, you come again tomorrow. No, check on them, because once you always go there, that's what I'm looking for. Always go there, you lose value. That is why people don't wash hand with soda or Coca-Cola or Pepsi, but we wash hand with water. But they both are all liquid, because there is a value placed on the Coke. It's not always available. So here makes that make time to check on people regular, no matter where you are. Share update with them, okay, and interact with them. Be open to their feelings and encourage them, and then save them from fostering and create transparent and supportive relationship. Help them. This is the step 4 of step 7 of becoming a great mind. Let me see how many people that I have here. I have 2 people that are actively live on YouTube, Chinaza Peter, and who again came in here. I'm not supposed to pause, but I believe that I'm communicating with you. Meditation is powerful. It can also ease stress. That's perfectly sure. I didn't want to pause to look at anybody, but I'm just moving on. And I believe that we are getting to it. So what we do now is that because of the activities, all right, we've taken about 40 minutes. I didn't want to go this far. Let's stop at step 4 and believe that sometime again we're going to come up for steps 5, 6, 7. So thank you for coming, and I'll see you some other time. God bless you.